First of all, just obviously give Clemson a lot of credit. We knew they were an outstanding football team, and we came in here today, and they proved that. I think in the first half, I think we had opportunities. I thought our defense, they gave us some yards, but they did a good job creating some turnovers and getting the ball back for the offense. Just didn't capitalize on any plays really. Quite frankly, offensively, we've been hitting a lot of big plays throughout the season this year, and had some opportunities in this game to not convert on them. And you got to when you play a team like Clemson. You're not going to have but so many opportunities, and you got to make the most of those. And we were not able to do that. And another example of that, when they muffed the punt down inside the 5-yard line, you got an opportunity to get on the ball, you have to find a way to get it. That's a big momentum getter for us that we were not able to get. So, proud of our guys. They continue to fight all the way through. We just didn't make enough plays. And the bottom line is, they out executed us, and we didn't execute when we needed to, and we were not able to get any kind of momentum in that game. I think right before half was huge. When we didn't score a touchdown, and they get the ball back with a minute to go, and they drive down and get a touchdown. That was a huge momentum swing for them. And I think plays right before the half that you give up, or those are huge momentum. And then also right after the half, we held them 3 and out when they came out of the halftime. We didn't do anything with it. And again, there's another drive killer for us that we have to be able to do. And but I think we played hard again. We kept fighting. On a positive note, Hawkins went over 100 yards, 129 yards, which is good. Just didn't do anything in the passing game. That's the bottom line. I think that's the bottom line. Whether we're getting sacked, not reading it right from the quarterback perspective, or not catching the football. And when you're playing a team like this, if you don't convert some of those, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Coach, it seemed like you planned to play both in the league. Mm-hmm. Happened today. Just how would you evaluate their play, and do you feel like that had an effect on how the offense played?
Well, I don't think either one of them played great today. I think probably both of them played, some of their worst ball they've played this year. But I'm gonna give Clemson a lot of credit for that. That they do the most I've seen a defense do, and meaning that no matter what formation you're in, it's rarely the same kind of defense. It's going to be something that's a little bit different, and it's going to be confusing for quarterbacks when you're looking at that defense, because what you're seeing is maybe not what you thought it was going to be. And then you go to throw the football. Well, there's a guy there. So now I need to switch to go throw it over here. Well, they're so fast up front, they're able to get to you. You're not able to have time to switch your feet and go look on this side over here. So I'm going to give Clemson a lot of credit for that. But they still didn't play great. I think there were still some plays. Both of them, had some opportunities to make plays, and we weren't able to do that. So we'll go back and watch the film and reevaluate it. But the plan is to play both of them. They're both kind of getting dinged up a little bit. As the season has wore on, we've seen where Malik has come out of a couple of games this year. And then Evans got dinged up a little bit today. There's on a last run he had. Which is a good run to convert 3rd and 11, I believe, when he scrambled out and got a first down. But they're both kind of dinged, and and then the receivers got to be able to make plays. We had a couple of plays out there. We got to make plays for the quarterback. So they're not a great day passing by any means.
Talk about being out executed. It really wasn't a difference here, just a different level of athlete, like the touchdown right before the half.
Oh, there's no question about that.
Not a lot of guys make that play.
No, that was an incredible play by number 8 for them, and. You can go back, and he's been doing that on everybody, including Alabama last year. He's an outstanding player, and, that was a ball where usually as a quarterback, you would never throw that. He's sprinting over to his left side. He flips and kind of throws it back toward the goalpost. The ball's hanging forever, and number 8 just went up above everybody and came down and caught it. So, yes, that's good recruiting. That's what that is. And it's hard to coach any different, when you got a guy that can do that. And, and I look at their running back, number 9. He's an outstanding player. For most running backs, I thought today we could have had him hemmed up a couple of times. But he's talented enough and powerful enough to break through those tackles, and then once he gets out, he's gone. He's got a unique ability with the size and speed to be able to take it all the way to the house. And he's a great back. He'll be one of the top backs taken whenever he comes out.
Coach, Clemson isn't always the greatest for measuring stick, but at this point in the season, is your team as far along as you'd like them to be?
Well, we're a work in progress. I've been saying that all year. To answer the question, I don't think we'll ever be where I want them to be. You know, we're always going to strive to be better. And, you know, are we better now than we were when we first started? I think so. I certainly think we are. I think we got to continue to get better each and every week. We have a great opportunity next week. We host Virginia here. It's a big, huge game for us. And so we got to have a great practice tomorrow. You know, our guys have to. I told the guys in the locker room, it's like life. You know, life going to throw a lot of things at you. You're going to have some adversity. It's a big bump in the road today. You know, but you know, you can't put your head down. You can't start pointing fingers. You know what you got to do is put your big boy pants on, come back to work tomorrow, and let's go. Let's get this thing going. Let's correct our mistakes, and then let's put all our focus on Virginia. And that's what it's got to be. I think that's one of the great things about college football or sports in general is that, you know, you go through so many things playing sport, any sport, but how do you are affected by your adversity? Today we had a lot of adversity, and so how are we going to come back from that? I think that's the true measure of a team. You know, so we'll see how we bounce back tomorrow at practice. Are we coming in here ready to go with our heads up? You know, looking to see how we can improve. If we do that, then we'll be fine. You know, that's got to be our mindset.
Coach, it seemed like for the second week in a row, Coach Brown had a really good defensive plan. You guys came out, held Clemson to 17 points at halftime. How proud of you were you with the effort of the defense?
Yeah, I mean, it was neat to see. I mean, they may hit some plays on us, but man, we got guys stepping in and confused Lawrence a little bit on some of the throws and got some great picks. You know, we missed a few tackles, but, you know, if you're missing tackles, we had guys there. You know, that's what you want. You know, we had guys right in the hole where they need to be, you know, but we didn't make them sometimes, you know, and that's, you know, we got to tackle better, you know, rally to the ball. But I thought there was a lot of times where I looked up and I saw 7, 8, you know, red jerseys right on top of that football. That's great to see. You know, they are a high-powered offense with a lot of talent. And, you know, we just didn't help our defense offensively, to me. I thought we played well enough in the first half defensively to be in that game, and we didn't do anything on offense, and that's the bottom line. You know, we got to do a lot better. You know, we got to do a lot better to make plays. We got guys out on the outside that can make them. We got to get them the ball, and you know, but we'll do that this week.
You had the one pass in the first half that went a little bit over his head, and then the second one that he dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel in the second half then that their physicality just wore your guys down?
I don't know. I think they're a really, really good football team. So can you hold them down the whole game? That's hard. You know, I think just over a period of time, you know, their talent ends up taking over. And when it takes over, it's hard to stop them, you know. And I think so that's why early in the game, when you have opportunity to make plays, you have to make those plays. And if you don't, the next thing you know, you look up and you're down 21. You know, and it's hard. It's hard at that point because they're more talented than us. I mean, period. I mean, we all know that. And so when you don't make those plays early on, you know, it's hard. You know, it just makes it extremely difficult at that point in time. So, you know, is it wearing us down? I don't know if it's that. I just think we didn't make the plays when we needed to early in the game to stay in the game. So now they call the game different. You know, their coaches call it different. We call it different. You know, your different strategy. You know, if you're up, you can take more chances on their part, defensively and offensively. So, you know, I think just their talent, you know, eventually overtook the game.
Off that, in some way, you feel like the mistakes in the first half and the offense were kind of the difference in this one?
Yeah, well, in the first half it was. You know, who knows what would have happened in the second half, but we didn't make enough plays. You know, whether you call it mistakes or not making the play, you know, I think, you know, some of those we made the right read. You know, either the throw was off or we didn't catch it. You know, and those kind of plays you got to be able to make.
They've had the top 20 recruiting class 9 years in a row. Realistically, how long does it take to close that gap?
You know, I don't know. I think, you know, they've had some top classes, but they also had some of the right guys too. You know, I think that's a lot of times gets overlooked. You got to have the right guys to come into your program from a mentality standpoint. Now, they got to be talented, but a mentality standpoint and how they carry themselves, I think that's extremely important. Often gets overlooked in recruiting. But I think, you know, we got a good class, you know, right now. We feel like for next year coming in, you know, is it a top 15 class? No. But I think we got some good players coming in here. And I think over a period of time, we'll be able to put a product on the field that's going to be very competitive with a team like Clemson. You know, they're the standard right now. They're national champion. They've won 22 straight. That's what you want to be. And I told our team that, you know, there's no hiding from that. That's what we want to be. And it takes a lot of work to get there. And so, but you do it one day at a time. You take it one day at a time and you work your tail off. Tomorrow we come to work. We got to recruit as coaches. You know, we got to get the right ones in here. You know, I think that's got to be our message every single day. Because, you know, there was a time they weren't that. Not too long ago.
Last one, Coach, Hassan went out at his U. Have any update on what his deal was there?
Yeah, it's a lower leg injury, you know, and I think he's been dealing with that. He's had that over the last 2 or 3 weeks and kind of been playing through it. I think today he got twisted up in a pile on one of his runs. I think it was that kickoff return potentially. And then, you know, wasn't able to come back in. So we'll check his status tomorrow. You know, we'll see where he's at. Obviously, we want to get him back healthy. All right, thanks, guys.